Hi everyone! I hope you all had a great winter break and are excited for this upcoming semester. Today, we will have an episode from a student named Niral. Listen as she explains her experience going abroad as an international student and the lessons she gained while in London. Hi Niral, welcome to the podcast. I want to introduce her really quickly. Niral went abroad last semester to the City University of London.
Hello everyone, I'm Niral and I'm a senior currently at the University of Rochester doing my major in financial economics and entrepreneurship. I'm originally from East Africa, Tanzania.
Okay, so what made you want to come to the U of R to go to school from Tanzania?
I actually went to an international school, which was UWC East Africa, and a couple of my friends, including I, were like, we wanted our university in the US, and I think specifically coming to University of Rochester, it was mainly about the academics and how they're open with choosing your major.
I completely agree. Like the U of R, I think one of the things that attracted me to it was the open curriculum. And there's just a lot of autonomy when it comes to like choosing your classes and all of that. And I think because I came into school not exactly knowing what I wanted to do, it definitely let me explore a lot. So definitely very helpful. So you did an exchange program in London at a partner university. What made you want to choose that specific program?
I think for program in itself and London, it was because I've gone to London prior and I just loved it. It was a place that I always wanted to be at. So I was like, yeah, this would be a great opportunity if I do my study abroad in London. It's a city, and of course, I'm a city girl. So I saw myself there, and I think it was a great exposure in terms of accessibility, how it was like open to everything. I was just so close to being in the central of London. That was like the amazing part.
So you went a few years ago. Did you go with your family, with your sisters, or?
I have my elder sister. She works there in UK, and I thought that it would be great as well to go because
She's there full time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit about what your classes were like at City University of London?
Sure. So with the classes, I knew that I wanted to get my electives sorted, especially because I'm going for an entire semester. I didn't want to not do anything according for my major. So I took a couple of electives such as international economics.
Okay.
I took an international trade class as well, which was I think a really good one as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of classes that we take abroad are really, really unique. Like, I know my study abroad program, they offered like a wine tasting class, a food class. A lot of my classes I took were business though because I was able to get them approved and that was really nice. But all those classes that you mentioned sound really interesting. Were they all on the university campus?
Yeah, they were all on the university campus. There was this one class where I took about exploring London in itself, and I think that was great, considering that if I'm going to London, I want to know about the history of it. I want to know what things have changed and how it has been evolved over time. So I think that class was great as well because we got an opportunity to go around as well with the class as a whole and then see what things have been changing over time. So I think that was also a great one to add up on.
Nice. So you lived in an apartment, right, in London. How far was your apartment from your university campus? Was it accessible?
It was very accessible. I didn't have to take a bus. I didn't have to take the tube or anything. I just walked. It was like a 10-minute walk to my campus, which was, I think, the great another thing because normally in London is a very expensive city, so you overly spend on transport such as going to buses or tubes, but I think for me I just had to take a walk.
Yeah. Okay, I was talking with Niral and she was telling me a little bit about her visa experience, so can you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Sure. So what happened was as you all know that I'm an international student, I of course had to get my visa for UK, but I did not know that I could not apply my visa for the Europe over there in UK until I went. And I think I spoke to someone and then they were like, as an international, you have to get your visa done either in your home country or in the States. So because of that, I was not able to travel across the Europe, but that turned out to be a good opportunity for me to completely explore the UK. I literally can see I know in and out of UK right now. I think overall, I'll just recommend that you should do research about your plan for going study abroad. And if you know that you do want to travel everywhere and across all the countries and cities, make sure you know the rules and guidelines as well. And if you have to get several visas, apply for them early as well, because it's not easy to get them as well here.
Yeah, that's one thing that I also really recommend to someone is I connected with someone who went to Barcelona before I went, and I think that was really helpful because she gave me a lot of different tips and tricks and advice specific to my program and my experience. So I think definitely connecting with someone who has gone to the place that you have gone before, or you're gonna go, sorry, I think is really helpful because it kind of gives you a little bit more of a lens.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, the international student experience is very unique in itself. So if you're an international student, definitely feel free to talk to Niral. Like, she can give you advice on all of that, because it really helps to talk to people who have similar background or who have gone through similar experiences as yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you mentioned that you did travel a bunch, though, within the UK. Share with us a little bit about the places you went and what was your favorite place overall?
I traveled across a lot in the UK. I would say I started with going to Oxford, Scotland, Bath. I loved Bath. It was really good. Also went to Birmingham, Liverpool.
Also, I want to note that Niral went to Oxford University, and I don't know if the viewers are aware of the movie Saltburn, but I had watched the movie before I went to London. London was actually the first trip that I did study abroad, so I think my program started January, so I was there. When was I there? Was it
So like April? Oh, like in London?
Yeah. Well, I went, I think, early February, but Saltburn was like in my mind. I did not have a lot of UK geography, so I was like, bro, I'm gonna go to Oxford University to like see the campus of where like Saltburn was filmed or whatever. No, it's like 2 hours outside of the city, right?
It is, not as far.
So definitely not obtainable, but I really thought I was gonna go. So how did you stay positive and make the most out of your time in the UK, even when you had the visa issue?
I think I took that issue very in a way that, okay, this is a chance probably for me to explore everything in the UK. Like, if I'm here, I would in and out go to every country and every city of it. And I was like, that's completely okay. In fact, I knew a couple of friends which I made there. They were like, how do you know UK in and out now? Because I was just here and I tried to explore every possible way that I could. And I think that was a great experience for me.
That's beautiful. And I really like that you have like a positive spin on it, because I feel like it's very easy to be like bummed out because maybe it's not what you originally were thinking, but it was a beautiful experience nonetheless, and it seems like a lot of fun. Like, I was looking at Niral's pictures and all the locations she went to are like so unique and cool.
Correct.
I feel like in the future I definitely want to travel within the UK more.
I do want to go back.
Yes. So what advice would you give to students going abroad in the future?
I would firstly start with research. See what place, country do you want to really go abroad to, and try to research properly in terms of their guidelines, their visa issues, and is that a place that you really want to visit, travel, and see how it goes also with your education and your major. If you can take a couple of classes as well, that would be great. And I would say don't be scared. Just try to make new friends. I know that it could be scary as well sometimes, that, oh yeah, you're starting all over again and you don't know how to approach it. You're probably an international student and you think that you're already international by being in the US. That should not be an obstacle for you to not go to UK or anywhere else. I would say just explore. It's a chance that you really have to take it, because I think I am so happy that I went abroad and I got this opportunity. Whoever I talked to went abroad had the same thing, that they're so happy that they went there. And yeah, just enjoy. It's your time to explore around, have fun, try to see new people, try to make new friends, and I'm sure those friends are gonna be like all over the place. And
no, I agree. And I feel like something, when I was going into my own study abroad experience, I kept reminding myself that this is so temporary. Like, a semester is only about 3.5 maybe 4 months depending on program. So it's really, really short, and I think that you should just say yes to everything. It's okay to be uncomfortable sometimes. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to a new campus, new classes, new people, but that's what's so beautiful about it, is that you have so many more opportunities available. out there, so really take advantage of everything.
Absolutely, I agree.
Thank you, Niral, for coming on the podcast. I really appreciated having you on, talking about your experience in London and everything that came with it.
Thank you.
Hi, listeners. We'd like to remind you that the opinions expressed by our guests on this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Center for Education Abroad or the University of Rochester. Our podcast aims to foster dialogue, critical thinking, and exploration of various topics related to education abroad. We encourage listeners to consider multiple viewpoints, engage in respectful discourse, and form their own opinions. Thank you for tuning in and being part of our community.